time. I know as to just how I came to be elected to this most illustrious office, or whether or not I had been elected at all. To that I must answer, of course. Of course I was elected, sweet America, of course. Isn't the right to vote the very foundation of a democracy? Fortunately, in the interest of national security, I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of the election. You understand? But rest assured, I am your president, because the appropriate people of this great nation decided I should be. I am your duly elected representative. Of course, when the time comes, when my term is up, America will be free to elect a new president. And that person will have our full faith and confidence and carry our collective values forward into the future. Democracy, dear America. Democracy, now and forever. We've got a part now, you and I. But don't be sad, America. The Enclave is working tirelessly to rebuild this great nation. So you don't have to. Until we meet again, this is John Henry Eden signing off. one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your president, John Henry Eaton, straight to your heart. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with death. Hello again, America. This is John Henry Eaton. Something that's all right. We live in an age of poverty, greed, violence, destruction. The very seat of the federal government, Washington, D.C., has been reduced to what is now known as the Capital Wasteland. Capital Wasteland. How did it come to this, America? How did your leaders allow the most powerful nation on Earth to die? The answer is really quite simple. Incompetence. Incompetence at the highest echelons of power. We put our trust, our faith, in half-wits. Our intrepid leaders had everything they wanted: power, wealth, prestige. And it made them lazy, America. Oh, yes, and laziness breeds stupidity. Rest assured, I will not make the mistakes of my predecessors. When John Henry Eaton builds a country, he builds it to last. The American way. Don't you, my darling America, deserve that? Don't you deserve a future free of war, of fear, and terrible uncertainty? Of course you do. President of the United States, you have my solemn pledge that I will never rest, until we have what we deserve. A place to truly call home. But for now, my America, we must part. Restoring the greatest country in the world to its former glory, well, that takes time, even for the Enclave. Till next time, this is your president, John Henry Eaton, signing off.
I've detected some changes within the Queen's hatchery with my equipment. What's transpired? Oh, how marvelous. Please, tell me what happened. Then I will proceed to my portable terminal at once and make the necessary changes to the formula. Thanks very much for everything. You've been quite a useful lab assistant. How marvelous! Which injection did you want? Will it be the Ant Sight or Ant Might?
America the Magnificent. This is President Eaton, and I was hoping we could talk. Let's talk about government, shall we?
How marvelous! Ant Might it is. Hold still, please.
The Enclave. Just who is the Enclave? Why, the Enclave is you. The Enclave is your sister, your aunt, your friend, your neighbor. And well, yes, the Enclave is me as well. As your president, it is my responsibility to preside over our great democracy. So, as your president, I am the voice, I am the heart and soul of the Enclave. That is to say, I am the voice, heart, and soul of America. But only together can we hope to reach our full potential, the way we were before the war.
Yes, what did you need?
Beautiful, powerful.
You should take him away from this place. Find him a home. It would be difficult to accomplish my experiments with him scampering about and asking an interminable amount of questions.
Don't be sad, America. The Enclave is working
Yes?
tirelessly to rebuild this great nation.
Well, I will continue my research. There has to be a way to reduce these creatures to their former size. Until then, I will be staying in my shack next to the Wilkes' home should you ever wish to visit me. Finally, a chance to recant my mistake. How marvelous!
Now, one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your president, John Henry Eden, straight to your heart. There never was a time, in my opinion, some way could not be found to prevent the drawing of the sword.
Anyone out there? Hello? It was so weird. All of a sudden, the ants went nuts and started fighting each other. It was like they were totally crazy. It was really scary, but kind of cool at the same time. You know what I mean? I wish I had something to give you for all the work you did, but I never really had much to start with. I guess now you'll be on your way and I'll have to try living here by myself. Hope you'll come back and visit someday. Really? You mean it? Oh boy, thank you so much. I'll wait in my old house for you to come back. I need to bury my papa anyway. Just don't forget about me. Well, Papa always told me about my cousin Vera. She lives in some big, giant ship somewhere or something. Papa called the place Rivet City, but I don't know where it is. You're pretty swell for a grown-up.
You're listening to Enclave Radio. I'm John Henry Eden, President of the Enclave, President of America, President of your heart.
Good to see you.
Take your order. Brahmin steak with scotch. Have a seat anywhere. Someone will be with you in a minute. Yes.
Nothing stops the railroad.
Welcome to Rivet City Supply. I've got a little bit of everything here.
Don't touch the vegetables. They're fragile. Yes? Hey there.
again, America. This is John Henry Eden, your president. There are some things we should talk about, if that's all right. I've been thinking quite a bit lately about something we can all relate to. Something that is unquestionably, inescapably American. I am referring, of course, to our great national pastime, baseball. Or so it had been. That's right, America. Before we were devastated by atomic war, each state had its own professional baseball team. Imagine. Perfect, cloudless day. The sun is warm and welcoming. And on the horizon, they appear like knights of yore, armed with bats of ash and hickory. Their name, the Capitol Congressmen. Their purpose? To make you, dear America, revel in the joys of sport and sunshine. If only for an afternoon. Now, ask yourself this. What if the Capitol Congressmen could live again? What if they could compete with baseball teams from Pennsylvania or Maryland? Put your faith in John Henry Eden, great America, and baseball will live again. Comfort, recreation, healthy competition, all will live again. This country will live again. And now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the enclave never rests. Never. Until we meet again, this is your president, John Henry Eden, signing off.
Hey. This place won't clean itself. That's my job. Morning.
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I think I've seen you in here. Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be...
Hello again, America the Magnificent. This is President Eden, and I was hoping we could talk. Did you know there are those amongst us who would shatter our hopes for peace, order, and security? These radical malcontents don't care about you. They don't care about America. All they care about is fulfilling their own selfish desires.
Huh?
Let's take a tally of these agitators, shall we? There are...
Take a look around.
the rate
I got all kinds of...
those anarchistic ruffians who roam the wastes, preying on any and all, stealing, murdering. The so-called Brotherhood of Steel. Don't be fooled by their pseudo-nightly nonsense.
Steal it?
or supposed
Hardly.
connections to
He runs the
United
council
States
like it's his... He's supposed to...
power-armored Boy Scouts are nothing more than common criminals
See you later.
with access to some antiquated
Tamper with that and
technology.
we're going to have a problem.
Criminals who have had the audacity to
Hey.
claim this country's
Hey.
most important military installation, the Pentagon, as their own personal clubhouse.
I'll be right
And
with
don't
you.
be fooled, America. Those who have left the Brotherhood of Steel, branded
Welcome to
outcasts,
Flak and
are
Shrapnel's
just
best
as
goddamn
dangerous,
weapons
even
anywhere.
more so, being in exile. Now what about the slavers of Paradise Falls? The
Yes?
frightening, irradiating ghouls of underworld. And last but not least, The hideously mutated super mutants that have completely overrun the entire downtown DC area. Lawlessness, terror, murder. They're all around us. I know. But not for long, sweet America. Not for long. Oh, no. The Enclave will restore peace, order, and prosperity to this great nation. And those who oppose us will be removed forever. We've got a part now, you and I. But don't be sad, America. The Enclave is working tirelessly to rebuild this great nation, so you don't have to. Till next time, this is your president, John Henry Eden, signing off.
Morning.
Have you found anything you like?
Good to see you.
Greetings again, sweet America. This is President John Henry Eden, and I'd like to chat if you've got a moment. When I was a child, growing up in rural Kentucky, I had the best friend a boy could hope for, my dear old dog, Honey.
Yes?
Oh, the adventures we had. From Nagy Creek to Hagenville we roamed, carefree and courageous, irresponsible, and
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday. The gate guard said the gunfire went on for over an hour.
For a little boy,
That's why I'm glad I'm in here.
perfect
Good old
existence.
Rivet City.
So
Me too. One thing is
let
getting through
me
these
ask
walls.
you, America, how many of your children can
Welcome
say
to a
the
quick
same?
fix.
How many
will you?
of this nation's youth are truly happy,
Morning.
truly carefree? Well, we both
Good to
know
see
the
you.
answer, don't we? None. America's children live in a terrifying, meaningless existence. There is no hope, no happiness. That changes right here, right now.
Hey there.
From this moment onward,
Hello.
the children of this great nation are its highest priority. The Enclave will restore every American school, reinstate every youth program, and offer counseling and financial assistance to any family in need. We will match up the destitute, orphan children of the capital wasteland with qualified, eligible adults. We will
Hey.
rebuild the American family
What do you want?
as it was,
Hey there.
as it was meant to be. The values of our past
Morning.
shall be the foundation of our future. And now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests.
Hey there.
Never. Until next time, this is President.
Want to do some buff out?
Signing
Maybe a
off.
little psycho?
Yes?
Hey there. Hey there.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Greetings, dearest America. This is your president, John Henry Eden. Let's chat, shall we? We live in an age of poverty, greed, violence, destruction. Indeed, the very seat of the federal government, Washington, D.C., has been reduced to what is now known as the Capital Wasteland. The Capital Wasteland. How did it come to this, America? How did your leaders allow the most powerful nation on Earth to die?
Hey there.
The answer is really quite simple. Incompetence. Incompetence at the highest echelons of power. We put our
This is a
trust,
medical clinic.
our faith
Please don't disturb
in
any of my patients.
half-wits. Our
That's
intrepid
obscure
leaders
for a
had
reason.
everything they wanted. Power, wealth, prestige. And it made them lazy, America. Oh, yes, and laziness
at your
breeds
service.
stupidity.
Welcome to the Weatherly. Mr. Buckingham at your service.
Mistakes of my predecessors. John Henry Eden builds a country. He builds it.
This is the Weatherly Hotel. It's the finest establishment in Rivet City.
Darling America, you deserve that. Don't you deserve a future free of war,
Yes, sir.
fear, and terrible uncertainty? Of course you do. As President of the United States, you have my solemn pledge that I will never rest. Never rest.
You don't look so tough.
We have what we deserve. A place to truly call home.
Hello.
We've got apart now, you and I. But don't be sad, America. The Enclave is working tirelessly to rebuild this great nation, so you don't have to. Until we meet again, this is John Henry Eden signing off.
Nothing stops the railroad.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Nice to Charmed to meet you. I'm Vera Weatherly of the Weatherly Hotel. Well, I really shouldn't tell you, but have you heard about Polly Cantelli? He's addicted to chems. His poor wife Cindy is at her wit's end. You haven't heard? Angela has the hots for Diego. But since he's a priest, he's been putting her off. One of these days, she's just going to jump his bones. They say Mr. Lopez is losing it. He stands on the top of the bridge tower for hours at a time, just staring out over the city.
Greetings again, sweet America. This is President John Henry Eden, and I'd like to chat.
Poor dear.
Got a moment.
I know what it's like to be
It's
alone.
time we
I'd
discuss
love to take him in.
something rather
Don't worry.
important.
I have the means to keep him
The issue
fed
at
and
hand
healthy,
is,
but most importantly,
well,
safe.
my presidency. The question has been raised, I know, as to just
Oh,
how I
that's
can be
wonderful.
elected to
If you ever
this
wander back
most
into Rivet City,
illustrious
why don't you
office.
check up on us?
Or
You're
whether
always
or
welcome.
not I had been elected
Hey there.
at all. To that I must answer, of course. Of course I was elected. Sweet America. Of course. Isn't the right to vote the very foundation of a democracy? Fortunately, in the interest of national security, I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of the election. You understand? But rest assured, I am your president, because the appropriate people of this great nation decided I should be. I am your duly elected representative. Of course, when the time comes...
I
when
hope you found me a
the
place to
time
live.
comes, America will be free to elect a new president.
You really found her? Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe everything you've done for me. Most people would have kept on walking when I ran up to them screaming like I did. I'll get my stuff together and move on out there right away. Come visit me sometime.
Now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests. Never. Till we meet again, this is John Henry Eden signing off. I'm President John Henry Eden, and you're listening to Enclave Radio, the voice of warmth and reason in this cold, unreasonable world. And now, one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your president, John Henry Eden, straight to your heart. The government should not be guided by temporary excitement, but by sober second thought. Hello again, America the Magnificent. This is President Eden, and I was hoping we could talk. Did you know there are those amongst us who would shatter our hopes for peace, order, and security? These radical malcontents don't care about you. They don't care about America. All they care about is fulfilling their own selfish desires. Let's take a tally of these agitators, shall we? There are, of course, the raiders, those anarchistic ruffians who roam the wastes, preying on any and all, stealing, murdering. The so-called Brotherhood of Steel. Don't be fooled by their pseudo-knightly nonsense or supposed connections to the United States Army. These power-armored Boy Scouts are nothing more than common criminals with access to some antiquated technology. Criminals who have had the audacity to claim this country's most important military installation, the Pentagon, as their own personal clubhouse. And don't be fooled, America. Those who have left the Brotherhood of Steel, branded outcasts, are just as dangerous, even more so, being in exile. And what about the slavers of Paradise Falls? The frighteningly irradiated ghouls of Underworld. And last but not least, the hideously mutated super mutants that have completely overrun the entire downtown DC area. Lawlessness, terror, murder, they're all around us. I know. But not for long, sweet America. Not for long. Oh, no. The Enclave will restore peace, order, and prosperity to this great nation. And those who oppose us will be removed forever. And now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests. Never. Until next time, this is President Eden signing off. You're listening to Enclave Radio. I'm John Henry Eden, President of the Enclave, President of America, president of your heart. Sweet America, hello again. This is President Eden. I'd like to have a chat. When I was a child, growing up in rural Kentucky, I had the best friend a boy could hope for. My dear old dog, Honey. Oh, the adventures we had. From Nog Creek to Hagenville we roamed, carefree and courageous, irresponsible, and completely inseparable. It was, for a little boy, the perfect existence. So, let me ask you, America, how many of your children can say the same? How many of this nation's youth are truly happy, truly carefree? Well, we both know the answer, don't we? None. America's children live in a terrifying, meaningless existence. There is no hope, no happiness. That changes right here, right now. From this moment onward, the children of this great nation are its highest priority. The Enclave will restore every American school, reinstate every youth program, and offer counseling and financial assistance to any family in need. We will match up the destitute, orphan children of the capital wasteland with qualified, eligible adults. We will rebuild the American family as it was meant to be. Values of our past shall be the foundation of our future. Reflect upon all I have said, my America. Reflect and wait. For soon, this great nation will be reborn, and the Enclave will be its salvation.
I wish there were more people like you in the world. I want you to have this. I hope it helps keep you safe. Certainly. It's the least I could do after all you've done.
Did you know the human body can survive without the stomach or spleen? Oh, what's up? What do you... Good hunting!
Hello, my beautiful America. This is President Eden, and it's time we had a talk. We live in an age of poverty, greed, violence, destruction. Indeed, the very seat of the federal government, Washington, D.C., has been reduced to what is now known as the Capital Wasteland. The Capital Wasteland. How did it come to this, America? How did your leaders allow the most powerful nation on Earth to die? The answer is really quite simple. Incompetence. Incompetence at the highest echelons of power. We put our trust, our faith in half-wits.
You saved my life. Thank you. Can you spare any? I can... Really?
Oh, yes, and laziness breeds stupidity. Rest assured, I will not make the mistakes of my predecessors. When John Henry Eden builds a country, he builds it to last. The American way. Don't you, my darling America, deserve that? Don't you deserve a future free of war and fear and terrible uncertainty? Of course you do. As President of the United States, you have my solemn pledge that I will never rest until we have what we deserve. A place to truly call home. And now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests. Never. Until we meet again, this is your President, John Henry Eden, signing off. Greetings again, sweet America. This is President John Henry Eden, and I'd like to chat if you've got a moment. It's time we discuss something rather important. The issue at hand is, well, my presidency. The question has been raised...
They're out there. I can feel it. What, you? I gave you the welcoming speech. There was a super mutant attack recently, and where there's one big ugly, there are 10 more just waiting to grab you by the throat. Then the slavers will come and pick off what's left of your carcass and drag any survivors to Paradise Falls. Skulk up toward Germantown near the police station. They always come from that direction. Nearby, slavers move quick and come from all directions. Someone else might know where they nest. There isn't anything here that hasn't been destroyed or dragged away. You're better off scavenging the dead out in the wasteland. Don't be distracted by the size. Stay calm. Shoot straight.
And carry our collective values forward into the future. Democracy, dear America.
Looks like... Hey, don't get any bright ideas about trying anything. We may not look it, but every one of us is a trained killer. Oh, who am I kidding? Look, we're in trouble here. If you want to help, great. If not, just please don't kill anyone while you're here. Well, we've got super mutants out that way and slavers up that way. Take your pick. They both come in here, drag off as many as they can carry, and shoot whoever puts up a fight. The best we can ever hope for is that they get here at the same time and fight over who gets to kill us. And where are we going to go? Megaton won't have us, Lamplight won't take us back, and Rivet City is too far. Besides, the bunch of us can't even hold this town. Can you imagine us schlepping across the wasteland? There aren't many of us left. There's me and Pappy. Red runs the clinic, but she's been taken by the mutant. Kimba does what she can. And there's Bittercup. She's just about as useless as a human being can be. Time Bomb was hurt in the last raid, so he's out. That's about it. The mutants and slavers have taken everyone else. Just us and a couple of guns are all that's left. Yeah, we'll see. What? You've never seen a super mutant before? They're mean and ugly and scary as hell. They came and rounded up a bunch of us and carried them off. God, they must be doing awful things to them. I'd go rescue them, but then who'd defend Big Town? I patrol every day now. And I got a little present for those muties when they come back. You know what it is? This kick-ass gun. That's what. Yeah, baby. Yeah. They went northeast. Probably to the Germantown police headquarters. They have guns, and they're mean, so you better be careful. You gonna rescue them or what?
Each state had its own professional baseball team. Imagine a perfect, cloudless day.
That's totally awesome! Yeah, okay. While you're out on your mission, I'll stay here and hold down the fort. Cool! Hey, did I show you my new gun? It's totally awesome.
Their name, the Capital Congressman. Their purpose, to make you, dear America, revel in the joys of sport.
Keep an eye out for muties.
If only for an afternoon. Now, ask yourself this. What if the Capital Congressman could live again? What if they could compete with baseball teams from Pennsylvania or Maryland? Put your faith in John Henry Eden, great America, and baseball will live again. Comfort, recreation, healthy competition, all will live again. This country will live again. So remember, America, the Enclave is working around the clock to return this country to greatness. All you need is a little patience, a little faith. Until next time, this is John Henry Eden signing
dance meet. Let's dance.
I'm President John Henry Eden, and you're listening to Enclave Radio, the voice of warmth and reason in this cold, unreasonable world. Greetings again, sweet America. This is President John Henry Eden, and I'd like to chat, if you've got a moment. Talk about government, shall we? Or more specifically, your government, dear America. The Enclave. Just who is the Enclave? Why, now that's simple. The Enclave is you, America. The Enclave is your sister, your aunt, your friend, your neighbor. And well, yes. It is my responsibility to preside over great democracy. As your president, I am the voice, I am the heart and soul of the Enclave. That is to say, I am the voice, heart, and soul of America. But only together, together can we hope to reach our full potential. The way we were before the war. Whole, beautiful, powerful. One Enclave, one America. Now and forever. We've got a part now, you and I. But don't be...
Paul, it's me, Tina. I heard back from my sister Candace. We couldn't get into a vault. 101, 87, didn't matter. All full to capacity. But my brother Alex is a soldier, and he sort of stole the passcode for a secure army bunker. He did it for the family, but they caught him. Before they took him into custody, Alex, he sent us each one number of the 4-digit code. That way we all have to be together to get in. He gave me number 5, the day of my birth. So I guess what I'm saying is, I'm still leaving. It's been fun. Kind of. Oh, and I'm not pregnant, so no worries.
Help me! Hello again, America the Magnificent. This is President Eden, and I was hoping we could talk. We live in an age of poverty, greed, violence, destruction. Indeed, the very seat of the federal government, Washington, D.C., has been reduced to what is now known as the Capital Wasteland. The Capital Wasteland. How did it come to this, America? How did your leaders allow the most powerful nation on Earth to die? The answer is really quite simple. Incompetence. Incompetence.
I'm alive! I can't believe it, I'm alive! Here, I managed to hide this stuff before they tied me up. You take it. It's the best I can do to thank you.
Had everything they wanted. Power, wealth, prestige. And it made them lazy.
They won't catch me again.
Yes, and laziness breeds stupidity. Rest assured, I will not make the mistakes of my predecessors. When John Henry Eden builds a country, he builds it to last. The American way. Don't you, my darling America, deserve that? Don't you deserve a future free of war and fear and terrible uncertainty? Of course you do. As President of the United States, you have my solemn pledge that I will never rest, until we have what we deserve. A place to truly